Hi, and today we're going to actually do a Unit 2 review. Chapter 5, it didn't seem like there was that many problems that you guys had issues with. Chapters 7 and 8 are a little bit different, and so we're going to go over some of the concepts and issues that you guys had in Chapter 7 and Chapter 8, and we're going to look at kind of the issues as we go through a problem. So we're going to look at number 8 of the homework, or into the chapter 7-8, and it says to compare companies. And there's two of these questions on your homework. Quite a few of you got both of them wrong, and it's because you did correct calculations, but you were calculating how much you'd actually pay, and the question was asking how much was the discount. So let's kind of walk through that. So number 7-8, it says, which of the following companies, A or B, gives a higher discount? And then use the single equivalent discount rate to make your choice. So company A gives chain discount of 8, 10, 15, and 3. So what we do to figure this out is we subtract this from 1 on each of these. So you have 0.92 times 0.90 times 0.85 times 0.97, and that equals 0.682686. Now a lot of you put, oh okay, so that's how much their discount is. Well that's actually, no, this is how much they actually pay. To figure out a discount, we have to take 1 minus this. And so the discount would actually be 0.317314. So the discount's is 31.73%. Now let's calculate the discount for B. So B says 10, 6, 16, and 5. So it would be 0.9 times 0.94 times 0.84 times 0.95, and that gets to be 0.675108. Okay, so a lot of you thought, oh, A was better because they have a higher, it's 68. But remember, this isn't how much the discount is, this is how much we're actually paying. So to figure out the discount, we subtract from 1, and we actually get 32.4892, and so that's 32.49%. So B has a larger discount. So it's the same on the question with Home Depot. You figured out how much you pay, but you assumed that was the discount amount. So just be cognizant of that. Let's look at number 10, because there's quite a few of you that had questions or issues with dates and how to work that. Now we're going to put these in a different category. So when you have the 110, net 30, or those type of questions, that's where you use your table on 182. And how you read from that is you use your columns of the month, and then you use the dates. So on your x-axis you have your columns of the month, and then your y-axis you have your days of the month. So if I wanted to look up, May 19th, well, I find the May category, go down to 19, and see that it's 139. Now if I wanted to add 10 days to that, 30 days to that, 60 days to that, well, I do that math, and then I look up my new number to figure it out. Now on end of month, what it looks like for end of month is on the 25th or before is when you go to the very next month and you start 1 to 10 is the discount period. And then you add 20 days on that. You don't go to the end of the month that day because you don't know if it's the 29th or if it's the... so what you do is you add 20 to it. Now the receipt of goods can be added into the 110, 210, net 30 because it's the same thing, it's just you're not looking at the invoice date, you're looking at when you received the goods. So let's work a couple problems quickly. Number 10 says the November 27th, terms 2/10 end of month. So the last day of the discount period. Well, because it's after the 26th and beyond, you have to give it a whole nother month. So November would then go into, so November 27th, if it was before the 25th, you just go to December and give them 10 days. But now, since it's after 26th, you have to give them 2 months. So you give them the whole month of December, and then you start in January. And you give them 10 days for the discount period, so it makes it January 10th. And then for when the final bill is due, well, you have to add 20 to this 10. So when it is due is January 30th. Let's try one more. The number 12 says April 10th. So we look at it says just April 10th. Nothing special, just 210, 130, and 60, net 60. So April 10th, look that up in my chart, it's 100. I add the last discount period. Well, I can add 30 to that because 130. So 30 to 100, so 130, I looked that up in my chart, and it's May 10th. So May 10th is my discount. And then it says, when is the final bill due? Well, I've got 100 plus 60 is 160. I look at that up in my chart, and I've got June 9th. So bill is due June 9th. So we'll do one receipt of goods just to help you understand. That's number 14. It says February 3rd. Terms were, so February 3rd is when it was received, even though the invoice was January 10th. And since it's a receipt of goods, we have to look at the terms, and it asks, what is the last day of the discount period? Well, we have February 3rd plus 10 gives us the 13th of February. And then it says the final day the bill is due would be 30 days. And so we do our addition. So we look up February 3rd, gives us 34. We add 30, which gives us 64, and that would be March 5th. So March 5th is when the bill is due, and February 13th is when the discount would be over. So let's do number 20. And it's asking the amount payment to be credited versus the balance outstanding. How do we calculate that? Well, we can see that the invoice was on the 5th of July. They paid it 9 days later, so they get the discount. So they get a 4% discount. And so how you calculate that would be, so if they paid $400, but to give them that 4% discount on that $400, we have to divide it by the amount of discount that they get. So they get a 2% discount, which means they only have to pay 98%. So that means that they would actually get a $408.16 credit is what they would actually have. So what do they have left over? Well, they started with $700. So you just do a subtraction to get the amount that's left over, which is $291. So they're credited $408, and the balance outstanding is $291.84. So let's do 26, which is at Home Depot 1. Manufacturer A offers a 2113. So this is A, and then B offers, what does B offer? 26.8. 26.8. So we do 0.79 times 0.87 to get our amount, and we do 74 times 0.92 to get our amounts. Are we done with that? No. So I'm going to do the calculator real quick. 0.79 times 0.87. So this gets to be 0.6873, and this is 0.74 times 0.92. And this gets to be 0.6808. Now are we done? No, we have to subtract, because this is the amount that we're paying, so we have to subtract 1 from each of these. 1 minus that, 1 minus that. So our discount is 31.92%, and $31.27. So this is clearly the larger amount, so Home Depot should go with B. Number 32, Bally Manufacturing sent Intel an invoice for $14,000. It was dated the 23rd with 2/10 end of month terms. Intel receives a 40% trade discount. The invoice was paid on August 5th. What does Intel pay Bally? First we have to figure out how much after the trade discount there is, the price. So we're going to go 14,000, and they get, it said, a 40% trade discount. So we could either calculate the trade discount, or we could just figure out the price. So they only pay 60% of that. And when we do the math, 0.0042, so they pay only $8,400. And then the end of month, so this is the end of month, and it's actually before, it says it was on the 23rd, July, so that means we just go to August, and if they want the discount, it's going to be between 1 and 10, and the whole bill will be due 20 days after that, so the whole bill will be due August 30th, but they paid within August 4th, so they get the discount, and it says the discount is at 2%, so you then have to multiply this by 98 to get your next amount, which is $8,232 is what they paid. The last one we'll do is, at least on this chapter, is that one. We'll flip to chapter 8 real quick. Looking at our issue areas based on cost, based on selling price. And we'll do a couple quickly, so we don't have that much time. Just remember that selling price is equal to cost plus markup, and you have to remember cost versus your selling price. Whatever one it says is going to be the 100%. So if it's going to be cost or if it's going to be selling price, it'll be 100%. Let me put that on the next video. So, thanks.